You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
Portals Entertainment Center is a new 13,000 square foot entertainment experience now open in Temecula. Portals creates a space where your imagination can be set free. Step into an immersive entertainment center that will take visitors into one of our many attractions, which include 2 9-hole indoor mini golf courses, an immersive laser tag arena, a designated arcade space, a food service component, party and event spaces, and a hidden 21 and over lounge. Portals aims to give each visitor a unique experience, taking them to unknown worlds and experiencing an entertainment center like no other. Open 7 days a week, located at 26469 Inez Road in Temecula, California, in between At Home and Temecula Theaters. Come check us out and step into adventure.
Welcome to LouddMouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of LouddMouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms.
Here at IQ Facility Management Services, we provide commercial and residential cleaning service. We service single-family homes, multi-family homes, schools, office buildings, churches, interior and exterior areas. We give attention to detail in window cleaning, carpet, tile, flooring, or VCT flooring. We proudly service the Southern California greater area of LA and Orange County, Inland Empire, and Northern California. Contact us at 562-334-2448 for your cleaning service needs.
Sonny's LouddMouth Comedy presents A Night of Love, Friendship, and Laughter, Friday, February 14, 2025. Guys, we are coming back with a fantastic show. Mr. Handsome feature comedian Mr. Drew Edwards, as well as the IE's queen, Nicky Simone. You know this is going to be hosted by no other than Kevin Davis, the Marina Comedy. And yours truly, produced by Sonny, the LouddMouth Comedy. This is going to be a fantastic date night. Whether you're coming as a single, friends, or coupled up, you will not be disappointed. Get your tickets, LouddmouthComedy.com, LOUDDMOUTH comedy.com. Tickets in advance, $25, $35 at the door. And we do have reserved seating, which I highly suggest. So don't play around, man. Get with your friends, get with your folks, get your tickets. Don't play. I look forward to seeing you guys. And it's going to be going down at Shooter's Bar and Grill, Temecula, 28950 Old Town Front Street. Get your tickets, y'all. See y'all then. I love comedy.
Hey.
Okay, so we are live. Oh my goodness, let me make sure I get everything turned down. Okay, so we are live. I was live all night, seemed like. And we're absolutely live. I'm excited about this interview, a much needed interview. And I don't know why I'm looking froze. I can see my own frozen position. I don't know what it's about. But you can hear me okay, right, Nikki?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we'll let my frozen face catch up eventually here. You know,
I feel the same. I feel like it's delayed.
The internet can be, savage. But this is officially a For the Love of Comedy LouddMouth Radio Network interview of one of my featured comedians for the upcoming show, February 14th, Valentine's Day night at Shooter's Bar and Grill, Temecula. And Nikki is the other counterpart of the featured comedy lineup. And I'm so excited to have you on LouddMouth Radio Network. And we're streaming live on Facebook. So
Hey.
We're having these little technical challenges because guess what?
It's all good. We're gonna
Yeah,
still pull it through.
we're still pulling through.
We're
So
still gonna pull it through.
you were having technical ends. Now it's happening on my end, but you know what? We're gonna keep it moving.
That's all you can do right now.
So we can see you
See
and
the world right now. That's all you can do.
that's what's important. I can see you. So Nikki, what I want to do is give you an opportunity to share with our audience. I want you to just kind of give a little bit of insight because I know we're going to get you on the mic on the 14th, and that'll be the comedian Nikki in her purest form happening. But right here is this, very easy, very transparent, relaxed conversation moment for us. So if you would tell people, who you are, where you're from, and we're going to just kind of gradually talk about how you got into comedy.
Okay, so my parents still 46 years strong, raised my sister and I in Pomona.
Okay, California girl.
Yeah, so we're from Pomona. We're originally from El Centro, California. Both of my parents are, but they raised my sister and I in Pomona.
Okay.
And we've been in the same house, which I chalk that up to like good foundation. We've been in the same house since I was 5 years old. So
nice.
Yeah, so that foundation, and then just let me see about myself personally. First of all, your girl's Leo, so I'm her. I have 3 children. Well, no, they're not even children anymore. I have 3 young adults, 26, 20, and 17. And I've been doing this comedy thing for the last 20 years. I took it up as
so hold up. You've been rocking in the comedy world for 20 years. So I want to back you up a little bit. So I know you say you went to high school here, right?
I was a homecoming queen.
You was a homecoming queen?
Yes, Montclair, 97. Hello.
That's what's up. So after high school, what'd you do?
I went to cosmetology school. I was scheduled to I was in cosmetology school and I was working in the mall, Montclair Mall, doing their program that they had. And then what happened? I got pregnant with my daughter. And so I ended up finishing cosmetology school, and immediately going into that field as soon as I had her. I was in it before I had her, but like full-fledged after I had her.
That's dope. Yeah. So you kind of just fully put yourself into the hair industry.
Yeah, and I did really well for myself. I really loved that part of my life because this is back in the day when hairstyling was like, you was able to put your kids through college, buy a house, you know what I mean? Because money was coming in really good.
Right.
And I'm a people person, so just all the connects and everything, it just was a beautiful time, and I don't regret it. In fact, it's still a staple in my life, where I remember those times of just being able to make. Like I said, it's not like it is now. So
big difference.
Yeah.
Big economic.
But I'm so grateful because I was able to raise my children, be part of their upbringing without being stressed out as a single mom. I wasn't having to be I chose my
path.
My path, but I chose my schedule. You know what I mean? So I could be present.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then I segued into when I was pregnant with my second daughter, I found out my husband was cheating. So I made up in my mind in the couple of days that I had to chill with everything. Okay, do I want to pursue something? Because I couldn't. I'm a natural born fighter, so I couldn't fight because I was pregnant.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so what do you do now? And it was like, okay, well then I'm going to.
I lose you.
That sucks. How did that just happen? Hello?
Nikki.
I can
Okay.
hear you. Hold on. Hold on. How did that happen?
I don't know. We're having some outage.
Can you hear me though?
Can't hear you. And
Okay.
we still
Okay.
recording and we're still feeding. Thank
Okay. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So yeah, I ended up doing comedy while I was 7 months pregnant to the time I gave birth to my daughter. And that was around the same time that I like birthed into being a new mom to a second child and then going into comedy. And I've been at it for the last 20, she'll be 21 this year. So last 22 years.
Oh, wow. So you started pretty much at her level of her conception of life. So that kind of gives you a marker of where you're always at, huh?
No, it really does because what it was for a lot of women in comedy, and I'm not trying to take any because Lucille Ball did it, you know, but I'm not trying to take any space up from nobody else. But back in the day, a lot of people knew me for keeping my kids with me while I went to shows.
Okay.
So I would have my daughter doing her homework, my other daughter holding the bottle for her brother, and then I back up, I pay the security guard. He'd watch the truck while I go in and do my set and then come out and head back home.
I know that's right, honey. That's calling doing what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. And I did it for a long time. Like I did, like that wasn't just one time. That was like my like MO. And because it kept me, I feel like it kept me grounded because I'm gonna be real, like comedians, they like to drink, right? But if I'm taking my kids out with me, then I have to be responsible. And so we have to come, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a sense of responsibility for me to go out, do my thing, and my kids are in the car with me. I gotta get them home. And I did that for like a minute.
Man, that gives essence to the dedication, honey, to the whole ground, man. That's like when you say for the love of comedy, you really was running. Because somebody can't really continue to keep staying at that level of doing that for once or twice, let alone a element of time, unless you really sincerely love it, had some passion to give it to keep you going, man. So you did that for some time, and so for you, like what stages have you blessed, in your career?
I've been blessed enough to do the Ontario Improv. And that was great because that's where I started. That's where I started doing my classes.
Okay.
And I was under some big hitters as the instructors. Yeah, Gary Cannon. Mm-hmm. He's one of the main people that do talk shows. Like he's the runner at the talk shows, the comedian at the talk shows. Yeah. Yeah. I forget the other guy's name, and I'm gonna beat myself up for this because he was good to me. But and then just in that class, emerging with so many, because I think it wasn't a thing. So this is 21, 22 years ago when they started making it a thing for you to come out and take this class and like figure your set out.
Right.
And so it was like new to the scene. And so like you see everybody that you've come up with, and then you see them on flyers, you see them on, and my heart is so full because I'm like, hell yeah, like, we did that.
Wow. So is there anybody that you started out with in classes that's still running out here that personally? Like,
I didn't start out with a class with her, but Tiffany Haddish, when she first hit the ground running doing comedy, I had hosted a whole bunch of comedy shows. And I'm not even going to take away from Left Right Entertainment, Michelle Leffridge, because she's the one that was feeling that. But we went from Chino all the way to Rialto, all the way like all throughout the IE, promoting shows. And I just see so many people like that ever since social media took off and you're able to see people like in their divine element or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I worked with you when we wasn't here, you know? So that's dope to me.
That is hope. So for you, have you you know, so what's your love or relationship with comedy? Where are you in the gist of comedy as it stands right now? Where does comedy lie in your life?
I think, like, first of all, I always say this. Comedians are very analytical, very smart people. And a lot of people don't know, like, it's a lot of times it's with a heavy heart because we take in everything. And we're like, man, but if we don't learn how to give it back to you funny, then I think like you're not living in your own purpose. Like you got to look at stuff at a funny mark, because if you don't, you gonna jump off the sidewalk.
Right.
You gonna have, you know what I mean?
Right. It can consume you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally consuming, and especially like I said, I don't think, but I don't know, but I'm gonna say that I'm very aware and I'm very gathered in the thought that comedians are very, like, most of them are empaths. Most of them are, they absorb, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when you absorb, it's like, if you don't get that off your chest so that we can have a kiki and a ha-ha, so I know that I'm not the only one crazy.
You know, it's so funny. I remember, Nicky, feeling like for some time, a stretch of time, like I was stifled and smothered because I felt like I was not expressing myself enough artistically. And it's something that people don't understand if they've never, if you're just not that type of person, if it doesn't exist within you to be a creative and an artist, you know, especially when there's a medium of like comedy or acting or writing or, you know, those things that are expressive and very personally instilled, right? And you know, and to get back to that, to get that mojo back, you feel it. It's a whole, it's synergy and energy. You know what I'm saying? So
very much so. Like for me, this past week, I've been, pardon me, I'm sorry. This past week it's been, well, since I feel like shit, since the last week of December, like death, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I've been going to funerals back to back to back, and it's like, and it in a way, where it saddens me, because you go to a cemetery and you see all this potential, but everybody's buried, right?
Right.
But then you see yourself and you're still, I always claim blessed. I always say I'm blessed. I'm walking, talking, breathing. You see me, I see you, we're good, you know?
Right.
But then it also comes with a heavy heart, because you know, like, you want to fulfill the potential because you don't want to be that.
Right. Les Brown talks about that heavenly, about how there is so much potential in cemeteries, but not a lot of people have lived up to the expectations, or their.
Well, I think it's hard.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I like, and when you're very analytical, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so transparent tonight, and we could be extra transparent on the 14th. Yeah. Like, I have 2 ex-husbands and a baby father. You know, and I look at like the way you process love.
Right.
The way I was raised with 2 parents, so I seen them raise kids, children, grandkids, get separated, come back together, make it happen. You know what I mean? I seen my dad be a defender for my mom, likewise for my mom, for my dad. I've seen that. But you have a lot of people out here off of toleration versus love.
Right.
Some people is just being tolerated and the other people are being loved on. And then as you get older, you meet with the people that you meet your opposite. So I feel like I've been loved with a little sprinkle of toleration, but
Right.
the people I attract ain't had no love, and it's nothing but toleration. So you don't even know how to act.
Mm. Been there, done that, honey. Made a whole film series about it. Whole
Listen, I'm telling you, you want to sign up and make some things happen. I got a story for you, okay?
So it makes you have to look back also a reflection of yourself and wonder and pull apart those parts that's missing within you that could draw certain things like that. You know, it goes almost hand in hand.
It does.
And but I said to Drew tonight, I said, Drew, it's gonna be an interesting take. I said, I got you and Nikki. He said, yeah, I'm seeing Nikki on stage. He said, I said, you know, it's so funny. You guys are both gonna be on Valentine's Day, the day that's representing love, relationships, friendships. And so I said, I cannot wait to see how that room gonna unfold. I'm sure it's gonna be something extremely.
I think it's gonna be fun because it's a way to tell like the truth. Like, so right now I'm going through and I once again be very transparent. You know, I try to do the best as a parent as I can. And sometimes we have hiccups and we have things that we come upon. And it's just stuff that you got to work through and try to figure out because, you know, for each child, you haven't been in these positions. And then sometimes you have, right? But that's the same as relationships. Right. And it's the same as you growing and your age and maturing. And like, what do you tolerate? What are you willing to put up with? What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to, you know? So I'm excited because it's like my son right now, him and I are at odds, but I can equivocally say that he's not going to get his answer out of me the way he wants to because I'm the mom. And in his eyes, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I can send you to your aunts and uncles and they're going to get you right, hopefully. You know what I mean? And let you know that to take nothing personally, like I'm still a human being and I'm still trying, but you need to not hear that from me. You need to hear that from different people.
Right.
So it's the same thing with, I think, the comedy show. Yeah, right. Because I think like people hear it from their loved ones and they be like, date pool ain't that bad.
Right.
And then I come out and be like, it's got shit in it. Calm it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, but not really.
Right.
Yeah, I won't excuse myself no more while we got a president with 34 counts.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a very interesting take on quite a bit. I don't deny that. I think the biggest thing for anybody that is just navigating life right now, you have to learn to instinctively trust your, you know, within, and tap into your higher power, you know, be grounded, do the best you can do to navigate everything because nobody has all the answers and you have to figure out this walk on your own. You know what I'm saying? So even as a comic, Nikki, I think that we're given an opportunity to say a lot of the things that a lot of people can't say. Right.
That's what I stand. Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it makes it to be an opportunity. If you know, we, like you said, we're blessed. We have opportunities to say and do things that most people won't.
Right.
So, I want to ask you this real quick. At this point in your life, what do you do? What would you like to do in comedy that you haven't done yet?
So my big thing while I was coming up, like I said, it's been 21 years, right? 21, 22 years. Because my daughter be 21, but then, well, I still claim 21. I was pregnant with her. So we'll just claim 21. But over time, I've seen myself grow. I've seen the comedy game grow. I've seen everything do what it needs to do. And the only reason I used to hold myself back for a lot of the part was I wanted to be present with my children.
Right.
People work hard to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they be doing in vitro and, you know, a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. To bring them to the world. Right.
And I was able to have 3 of my own. I was able to be a mother, and I'm still a mother, you know what I mean? But my whole thing was is I didn't want to abandon you for my dreams.
Yeah.
So, and because I've been, once again, I've sat in a green room with mothers that are comedians, and they get called and they don't even end up doing the show because Lil Ricky is acting a damn fool. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was very important to me that I was present and I was doing what I was supposed to do because my children already came from a single parent home.
Right.
So that wasn't going to be fair if I didn't meet the moment and do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
And so I was cool with that. And I said, and then I made up in my mind that like I'm very spiritual and very discerning about stuff. And I feel like my time is my time. When everything is supposed to pop, it's gonna pop.
Exactly.
It's nothing that I can rush, it's nothing that I can speed up or nothing like that, you know. So it's like it's giving time. It's giving demure.
Hey man.
You know, so I'm chill with everything that's processed thus far, like because I feel like my angels and God have given me my time to like build myself up just right. Like I don't think 15, like 5 years ago, I would have been ready for some certain things, you know?
Exactly.
But then I also look at like the entertainment business and how much shit I missed. I didn't have to go to no Diddy parties. I didn't have to sell my soul to be part of nothing. I just stayed on my direct path to be who I was and who I am. And then we'll figure it out when we, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm very thankful.
Enough. Yeah, it's more than enough opportunities to get into things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
if nothing else, you know, you're at a point you know you're considered a veteran in this game. You've been at this a long time. I think that you know people like Kevin, Kevin Davis, who's my host on the show, the Marina Comedy. One of the things that I love that he does, he always gives some real good, heartfelt, constructive criticism to you know comics as they're coming up and down. He definitely highlights you know where they're strong and the things that he's you know notices. So that's one of the things that I think that from a position when you've been in this a minute, you can impart some things into people. You can give people an essence of bigger dimensions, and we're all in a space of capability, right? So I think that for you, I think that you've had an opportunity to see a lot, do a lot, you know, and you're comfortable moving in the pace in which life is giving you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that stands for something. And you've been a present mom and you've been able to um, not sacrifice the circumstance. You've made adjustments so that you could do what you needed to do. You see what
So
I'm
you still, I feel like, so you still know who I was, even though I wasn't at the party.
Right, right, right. I ain't mad.
Because I go places and I've not always been like, and I have, and a lot of people don't admit to this, especially comedians, especially people in the entertainment world. The one person I give back big ups to is dude from New Kids on the Block, because he's the one that let me follow my truth. Not the dude from New Kids on the Block.
Mark Wahlberg?
No. McKnight.
Oh, okay, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, where he was like, I have social anxiety. I have social anxiety. Cause I get out somewhere and I'm like, did you take your medication today? Did you like, are you okay? You know, because we as comedians watch the news a lot. And so it just takes for you to go outside.
Oh, funny, Nikki. I was just sitting here as you were talking. And sometimes I have conversations, you know, we have a conversation circles, right? And so some you know sometimes your tribe that's close to you, they're like, you know, I've had this said to me, you know, about pulling back, not focusing so much on the world and being tied into everything, social media. And unfortunately, when I'm a media personality, I have a radio network, I have the comedy. I'm doing the comedy production. I also am a, indie producer, filmmaker. So stories, incidents, people, things, like you said, we consume a lot of it because what we speak on and what we create comes off the back of these stories, experiences, people, incidences. And it's like you have to keep that relevancy. If you can't give relevancy to a certain degree, it can affect the fact of how you communicate, right? But at the same time, what you touched on too is like spiritually, you also have to dump it, and so the stage is one fantastic way to dump it. Yeah. So when we went right before we went live, and I was telling you how, this is my third stream interview tonight, but I got to prepare for my Monday show. And I know sometimes I'll hear or I'll see people how they respond because, if I give somebody a flyer and tell them, hey, I got a comedy series, a comedy brand, I promote comedy. I think a lot of times people expect you to be silly and goofy all the time.
Oh, that's my pet peeve.
So then
I'm the most serious, funny person.
Nicky,
I'm the most serious, funny person. Like I'm a still grown ass black woman. Knock it off. Sit down.
Right.
Sit down.
Right. So then when I turn around and say, yo, I gotta, I do a radio show on Mondays called Sonny's Money Motivation. It's a personal development, self-help. Man, I'm about to smack you with some Jim Rohn, Esther Hicks, Abraham, Dr. Miles Monroe, Les Brown level type conversation. And I know sometimes it spins people. And then you can kind of see the look in their face like, oh, okay. And like you said in the beginning, a lot of your comics, Dave Chappelle, D.L. Hughley, highly intelligent comedy. You see what I'm saying? So, most people don't know Cat Williams. Look at his IQ.
That part, but so that matches a lot. Like, what's his name? Oh man, Carlin Carr?
Yeah.
No. White dude. White dude.
George Carlin.
He passed away already, but he was white hair, but he was oh man, it's gonna mess with me.
You talking about George?
But him, Moody, Richard Pryor, like Flip Wilson, like Mom's Maybe.
You're talking about George Carlin.
George Carlin. Like I appreciate him for always keeping it a buck on what was moving on the map.
Gregory, yeah, Monty.
Yeah. So I would always appreciate, like, Williams.
Robert Williams was like so extra, right?
So for me, like for my whole stage presence is I'm this single mom, and it's not what I want to be known for. I just want you to know the transparency in the conversation.
Right.
That I don't think that I'm above you.
Right. But that's
on one level, I've been raised with both of my parents and they're still together.
Right. But my life experience has been another. So
but then now I'm the oddball out because I got 2 ex-husbands and a baby daddy, and I'm not used to that because that's not how I was raised. Right. But then I still gotta deal with it.
But Nicky, you know what? It's just like what Drew and I said earlier today, is that when you are able to connect to your audience because they can see you, they can see them in your delivery.
But that's what I love about that. That's my purpose. That's my purpose, to show you that you listen, baby. Let me tell you, 3 months ago, my car went out.
Mm-hmm.
My car went out, and I didn't have no money to get a new car, and I didn't want to. And this was the time leading up to the election, so I didn't want to be vested in getting a new car note because it's not that deep to me.
Right.
So I figured out a plan. Okay, the bus, I'm going to just have to leave the house 10, 15 minutes early. I'm going to have to catch the bus. I'm going to catch the bus and I'm going to take it down to the train. The train pull up right in front of my mom's cafe where I work during the weekday. And we'll just suffice with that, right?
Right.
Did that for 2 months. And the people I met on the bus, like, that's why you should never, you don't know, like, and this is no, I just love to tell people this a little bit, like, you can Google me, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm still on the bus.
Right. Life's still lifing.
I'm still on the bus. So I'm chilling. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm still on the bus. You know what I mean?
You remember when my man from the Cosby Show, when he was out of work, he was working at Trader Joe's and he hadn't been able to get any roles, and they tried
Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tried to job shame him or whatnot.
No, I tell people all the time. So my mother has a cafe in Covina, and I'm a waitress and a hostess there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can come in and think, oh, but you're Nicky Simone, you should be doing X, Y, Z or whatever. But to me, I'm rich because I get to work with my mom and my children.
Word.
And we're self-made Black owned. You can't.
Yeah.
So there's certain levels of rich that you have in life, because you even look at Steve Jobs, he's still up out of here, but you know what I'm saying? He wore flip-flops to school every day.
Exactly.
So ain't nobody different from nobody. And that's the thing that like bothers me with everybody as a collective, and racism and how the world is shaped right now. Because if the shit hit the fan and the aliens start landing, do you even fucking care if I'm a Black woman?
Exactly.
No, you want the help, right?
Exactly.
So, but now for the last couple of weeks, everybody been like, oh, you're immigration, they're gonna come take you up. I swear to God, I better not see nobody at Chipotle or Taco Bell. I better not even see you at Jack in the Box.
Exactly. I'm that, because this is the thing, man. We're at a time in which
how do you think you're better than the next person?
Right.
All I want you to do is be better. Just be better for everybody in the collective. Because like my favorite show is Survivor and Amazing Race. Okay. And I've been watching that since my daughter's 26, going on 27. I've been watching it since she was a baby. And everybody's like, why is it your favorite? Because collectively you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care. You only care when you're in front of people. You don't care if you outside trying to survive.
Right. Tell the truth now.
If you trying to make it, you don't care.
Right.
You're doing too much.
Exactly. You said it now.
And that's another thing, is like, I will not apologize for the shit that I say, because if you think that I'm offensive to you, then I tell everybody I've been a Black woman my whole life. I've been offended. Y'all been offended me.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, right? Really, what they say is they say.
Y'all been offending me. Y'all been offending me and my aunties and my cousins. Y'all been offending. So, but no, it's 2025 and a lot of transitional things are happening. And I feel like we have to be more competent on the conversation and the communication so that we can be like, because I'm telling you,
can't be sleep at the wheel.
I'm a whole ass Leo. So that means, listen, we will love you. We will love up on you. But when a rap is a rap and I'm done, I'm done. So you got to make sure that you really feel how you feel before you bow out, because after that,
ain't no comeback from it.
Can't. Sorry, you showed your cards.
Right.
Right?
I understand.
And that's just being like, that's not just me. That's
just being honest. Right.
Just keeping it real.
So, Nikki, I'm going to tell you this, honey. I think for the most part, what I think is phenomenal, and I felt like this from the first time I met you, like 4 years ago.
Okay.
always been straight, no chaser, and I think that comes off on your stage presence. It comes off on your delivery. And I'm looking forward to our audience and the people that are coming out to enjoy you and have those real abilities to have the conversations and the laughter that will give them the understanding that it's not just you. You're not out here battling a life that nobody else can understand. That there's some connectivity,
Yep.
and you being able to say, hey, this is my story and it's how it is. It gives a strength and a whole nother level of delivery that I can't wait for people to take and consume once you're on stage. So what I want you to do, we've had a nice little run on this segment. I want to have something to definitely come out and enjoy. So if you would, give them your social media and
Okay.
know how they can find you.
So you can find me on just recently launched. Thank you, Francis. Just recently launched my website. So it's Nicky-Simone.com. I'm excited about that because that's just like better for booking. You can find me on Instagram, Nicky Simone 822. Same for Facebook, it's Nicky Simone. The same picture resonates in all of it. And I have 2 trending right now on TikTok. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get back on the other one, but just, I'm still am I a Gen Zer or am I a boomer? I'm a Gen Zer.
TikTok on the line, so don't shut nothing down because you won't be able to
I'm Gen Zer, right? I'm like 79. So is that a Gen Zer?
Yeah.
Anyway. Just find me.
I know, right? So what's your TikTok?
Nicky Simone. Oh, Knick-Knack Simone. And then I have a Nicky Simone 822.
Okay. Perfect.
That is the common denominator. If you see 822, then you know it's me because I'm very proud of my birthday. I'm very proud of them digits.
Bird.
It's the last day of Leo. So that means I'll never start no shit, but I'll wrap it up.
Okay. Nicky, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this evening.
Thank you.
Those of you who have Facebook, you see this feed on Facebook, and it will be available on the podcast platforms once we get it all up and loaded into LouddMouth Radio directly. And I appreciate it. I just want to appreciate you for taking the time and having this conversation. And we're gonna go ahead.
Yes,
darling. So thank you.
I'm excited. I just want to tell your people and my people and everybody that's tuning in. I'm so excited for the 14th because. Listen, I'm single.
Ooh.
And
let's go.
I'm single. So please don't approach me with any bullshit. You just heard transparency from me. I'm a cool being. I'm about that life. I'm about taking care of other people. I'm rich in life. Don't play with me and I won't play with you. But at the end of the day, I'm just excited to see everybody come out, have a good time. Enjoy love and fellowship and just be your authentic self. So I thank Sonny for putting me up. Thank LouddMouth for putting me up. And I can't wait to see you on the 14th.
Word. Get your tickets, LouddMouthComedy.com, LouddMouth, LouddMouthComedy.com. Thank you so much, Nicky Simone. I appreciate you so much.
No worries.
I'll see you in less than 12 days.
It's going down.
All right, honey. Have a good night.
Likewise. You be blessed.
Thank you. You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
Here at Wonderland Learning Center, we're located at 288 East Main Street in San Jacinto. We provide a safe and secure learning environment. We are now enrolling 2 to 5-year-olds with our preschool curriculum. We offer before and after school care. Breakfast, lunch, and snacks are provided. We accept all programs. We are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Our website is wonderlandlearningcenter.com.
Save the date, April 1st through the 6th, 2025. Save the date, April 1st through the 6th, 2025. Sonny's LouddMouth Comedy presents For the Love of Comedy Spring Comedy Festival is happening right in the Temecula Valley area. We're talking about 6 days, over 10 plus shows, over 30 plus comedians. Woo, I need you to be prepared and be ready. So guess what? I need you to bookmark this website, LouddMouthComedyFestival.com. This is with a comedy lineup, all the announcements, schedule, all the great things that's going on, from networking events, cocktail kickoff, multiple comedy shows. Even we'll have something for the family. I cannot wait for you guys to participate. So I need you to make sure you mark the dates, April 1st through the 6th. Hold the website, LouddMouthComedyFestival.com, and be prepared. More announcements coming soon. All right, y'all. Ciao. Performing comedy is like creating magic. To hear the room explode with laughter is priceless. And to produce comedy is like having a glass of Stella Rosa, the ability to have others wind down with laughter. With LouddMouth Comedy, it isn't just about me, Sonny. It's also the many hardworking comedians that are dedicated to writing and performing night after night, stage after stage, displaying their talents to the world, and we all do it for the love of comedy. Sometimes you have to remember to relax and savor the moment, one sip at a time. Cheers. Here's to 13 years of LouddMouth Comedy.
Hello, my name is Takasha Smith. I'm the owner of Takasha's Kitchen, based out of Menifee in the Southern California area. As a chef and caterer, I provide private cooking classes, couples dinners, and private parties. As a female pitmaster, I am able to create a personalized experience for your family reunion gatherings. I create menus based on my clients' needs to have a more personal vibe. You can find Takasha's Kitchen on all social media networks such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my YouTube channel at Takasha's Kitchen. And that's spelled TACASHAS Kitchen, KITCHEN.
You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.